Sick and tired of a running toilet? I'm going to show you how to fix it easily. Hi, it's Ray with My Repair Guy. Those annoying running toilets. You hear that constant sound of running water and you know it's just costing you money time and time again. I'm going to show you how to fix that pretty easily, and I'm actually going to do it one-handed. Check this out. In this video, we're going to show you how to fix a toilet that keeps running. You hear that? So what's happening is there's water, as you can see in the bowl here, by the water movement, there's water going from the tank down into the bowl, even though it's not being used. So, and there it just refilled itself and shut off. So if you look here inside the tank, you'll see down here, make sure I don't drop my phone in there, that would be terrible. You'll see down in here, this is what supplies water. Okay, this is your float. See that fills up? So when you flush, this, the handles here, lifts this up. That opens up the mechanism down there, and water flows into your bowl from the tank here. So I'm going to show you what it does. This just lifts up and it separates from that pink colored gasket down there. You'll see that in a second right there. So here, once you're done, this drops back down onto this rubber seal. What happens is over time, those rubber seals start to get hard and brittle and they don't form a good seal. So what you have to do at that point is replace that rubber gasket, which is what we'll do here. The first thing you want to do before you get started is shut off the water supply to the toilet. So down here, either coming from the floor or the wall, is what's called an angle stop. That's this right here. This supplies the water up into the toilet. So we have that water shut off. Now, do this carefully. Take the lid off. And then we're going to flush all the water out. So just hold down the handle until all the water goes out. Supply gone. Alright, so now we have very minimal left in there. So with this type of flush valve, this is for a Mansfield. You can see this is Mansfield. That's the brand of toilet. This is the kind of flush valve they use. And we'll very carefully, if I can, get this water supply out. So we pull that out. This basically just runs water down inside here, and it kind of flows when you flush the toilet. That kind of rinses the bowl. This unscrews. Let's see if I can get this all the way off. There we go. This portion here lifts up. You can pull it all the way out and it comes off the handle. Now you can see it discolors from the mineral deposits of the water, but now you can see this ring right here. This is what we're after. Well, if you can grab it good. So you pull that all the way off and it's just worn out. It's basically what's going on here. I picked up a new ring from the store. So the cost on that is about anywhere from $2 to $5 probably. So we'll take this over, set it back down on here, and there's a little rib down here that you want to get the gasket onto. That holds it in place. I'm doing this one-handed while I'm holding the phone. And we're just about good. There we go. Okay, so now we have the new gasket on. One of the other things you can check while you're working on this, look at the bottom side here. This is what seals against that rubber gasket down there. You want to make sure this is clean and flat, make sure there's no obstructions or the plastic's not worn out or something like that. So while you have it out, clean the bottom of it off really good with like a paper towel or something like that. Now once you have the gasket back on and you've checked it to make sure it's in that little groove, then you reverse what you did here. So we put this down here. We want to get the handle on, so finagle it again. You're going to have two hands. I'm using the camera on one, so it kind of throws me off a little bit. Hang on here. There we go. So now it's back in place. Now, take the little piece on top, screw that back in. We put the hose back down in here. Maybe. Okay, got that in. So then next thing we want to do is turn the water supply back on. And it'll fill back up. Okay, so we have the water filled all the way back up. And the first thing we want to check and see is if there's any water going into the bowl. So you don't see any water movement right now. There's no water moving around. So that means there's no water flowing from the tank into the bowl. So that resolved the issue. What I will point out is when you first do it, if it keeps having water running into the bowl, one of the things you can do is push down on this part here to make sure it fully seals on that gasket. That way it gets the gasket in position where it needs to be. And that's all it took here, and everything's good to go. If replacing the gasket does not fix your problem, there's a couple other things to check. So you have a fill mark, so a certain height the water comes up where this float should stop. So for example, this arm, if I pull that up, it shuts the water off. It's controlled by this float right here. Now, if the float level comes up too high, it can go over this lip right here and the water flows down inside this tube. You don't want it going up that high. So if that is your problem, where water is flowing up over this lip, then what you need to do is adjust your fill valve. That's done by this screw right here. This arm controls, as the float comes up, it pushes this lever up, like so. Well, if it's too short, it's going to keep flowing the water until it gets too high. So you have to adjust this either clockwise or counterclockwise until it gets to the right level. You want it to be about 1/2 of an inch to an inch below the top lip here. So we did the repair on that, and it took all of maybe 5 minutes to do. Cost on that was just the cost of the gasket, which was a few bucks, and that's it. Now, if you would have had a plumber come out or a handyman or something like that, it could have cost you anywhere from $50 to $150 just for that simple repair. So this is a way you can do it yourself, and it's not very intimidating at all. If you don't have a Mansfield type of flush valve, this is a different type. This is an American Standard, so I'll show you how this one works. So here in the innards of this tank, of this American Standard, it looks a little different, but it basically performs the same. So here you have your flush valve. Here you have your fill valve. Fill valve brings water into the tank. The flush valve, when you flush it, flows into the toilet bowl. Now, the major difference with the fill valve, for example, you have this big float. On the other one, you had a float that was built into the middle here. So the other difference is here you have what's called a flapper and not a seal. And so I'm going to show you how to remove that and replace that. It's real simple also. First thing you want to do, shut the water off. So let's turn that water valve off, and there's the difference like I was telling you before. This is one that was in the wall, the other one was in the floor. So here, what we want to do is get the water out first. Just hold the handle up so all the water can drain down. There you go. All right, okay, so the way this one works, you have a chain that hooks on to the handle, which we just take off real quick here. Just comes off real simple. Then you have your flapper down there. So here, there's two pieces here. Let me get them off. That one comes off. You'll be able to see this one a little better maybe there. So it has these two little clips that go on, and this is what's called a flapper. It fits on the, let me set this aside. It fits on top of the flush valve right here. And when it goes down, it seats right on this rim right here. And that's what prevents the water from flowing in. So when a flapper goes bad, it's just like the seal where this rubber gets real hard or gets worn out, basically. To put in a new one, you put it down on here. It clips on to, there's two little black pieces. Let me see if I can get out of here. Right here. So this little black hook is what it clips onto on both sides. So I'll do both real quick here. One side. There's the other side. So now it's on. Okay. So the next step is to hook the chain. You notice that there's some of the chain is taken up, because if you just have the full length, sometimes when you lift the lever up, it's not short enough to pull the flapper up. So you have to adjust the chain. And let me do this real fast here. Hook this on. So I have that hooked on now. We'll check it, make sure it lifts the flapper. If I pull the handle, it does come up all the way. You can see that. And that's all there is to changing out a flapper. Flapper is about $5-6. And again, it saves you from having somebody come out and do it for you and charging you anywhere from $50 to $150. So go ahead and tackle it yourself. It's pretty simple. There's not much you can do damage-wise unless you're really trying. Just be careful. In any case, good luck on your repair.